What's up guys, today's video is super exciting. We are trying Indian chaat, or Indian street food basically, in Dallas. So we're gonna try that over the next couple days, like 3 or 4 different places. It's gonna be so much fun.
I've never had Indian street food before, so I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoy this experience as much as we do. Our Indian street food tour begins at culp, the Taste of India in Plano. So we're starting with vada. Look at this thing. It looks like a little baby donut, but there's seasonings cooked into it. And they gave us some sambar to dip it in. This looks so good. It's thick and it's crunchy. It almost reminds me of like a cornbread, just with more flavor. Look at those vegetables inside of there. And this sambar, it's really good. It almost tastes like a vegetable soup has been pureed. This is delicious.
Check this out. This is called a sizzler. And so this has all kinds of goodies on it. It's got rice, it's got noodles, it's got chili paneer, and then it's got this ball that I'm not even sure what it is. Joy's gonna try that in a minute, so I'll let her figure it out before she shoots. But I'm gonna try the noodles first. Now this came out totally sizzling, almost like fajitas would in a Mexican restaurant. Very cool presentation. The smell was absolutely amazing. It's really an exciting dish. Let's see how the noodles are. Wow. I'm really surprised at the tenderness of the noodles. They almost taste like a noodle that's come out of ramen or something that's been soaking in juice. It's just super, super, super tender, and it's very spicy. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna try another bite. This time, I'm gonna throw it in with chili paneer. And if you don't know what paneer is, that is actually like an Indian cheese, and then it's been fried up and tossed in a chili sauce. It looks like it's gonna be really hot, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. Again, that's just fantastic flavor. It definitely kind of tastes like a little piece of fried cheese, but the texture is just a little bit different. And the thing that is getting me about this that I love so much is that they're sort of familiar flavors, but they're just elevated. They're spicy and they're delicious. And this is a really interesting, really good little plate. I can't wait for Joy to try whatever this is.
I'm trying the Manchurian and I'm so excited. It looks like a meatball, right? But there is no meat in this thing. There's cauliflower and all kinds of different vegetables. This smells spicy, and I love spicy, so I'm really excited to try it. Wow. It's like spongy ball, but it has so much flavor in it. It's almost better than a meatball. That's really, really good. So I'm going in with another bite of this kind of cheesy, meaty looking stuff. Again, all vegetarian, all amazing, smoking hot. So, so good.
Well, this is the smallest one we could find. Just kidding. 4 feet. Are you kidding me? This thing is massive. I am so excited to try this. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna start tearing. Now, if you'll look right here, look at all the seasoning on there. That's what I was after. So, I'm gonna eat this with like a coriander and chive chutney, and we're gonna take our first bite, see how this goes. Super good. It's kind of like a tender cracker, almost. The seasoning on it is really good. That chutney is really good. It's got perfect crunch. This is a really, really good dosa. I'm gonna try it with a little bit of sambar as well, because that is one of our favorite things. That's where it's at right there. This massive dosa, this beautiful sambar, match made in heaven. This is absolutely delicious.
For dessert here, we're having an ice gola, which almost reminds me of a snow cone, but it has flavors on here that I've never heard of in my life. And this is what it kind of comes down to on the bottom. There's dried fruit and nuts in here, and then they use condensed milk instead of using cream, which I love, so I'm so excited to try this. Ooh. I'm just gonna kind of scrape it off the side. This is really interesting. It's not too sweet. It almost, when you take a bite of it, it's almost like you can smell flowers. I don't know how to really describe it. The kinds of seasoning that they use is so good. I'm getting some of this at the bottom that has it all mixed up. This is legit. It's crunchy and chewy, icy. It's really good. What do you think?
I like it. It's very good. It's like a really fruity snow cone. Really good.
Next, we're at Taj Chat House, where they're known for their dosas and their vegetarian chaat.
Yum. So this is a vegetarian dosa. And so a dosa is like a South Indian specialty where they just put some batter on top of the stovetop and then spread it out super thin. It gives it an amazing texture, and this is really, really good. We've had dosas before and we absolutely love them. Let's see how it is. Really hot off the grill. So the base for this is a potato, and then there's onions, tomatoes. I taste a little bit of cilantro in there, and it's got a lot of spice. It has a killer kick. The dosa itself is nice and tender, but little pieces of crunch. This is absolutely phenomenal. I am absolutely loving this.
Next, we're getting into the pani puri chaat, which is like a fast style street food in India, and I'm loading it with potatoes and these little chickpeas, and then I'm pouring some sweet sauce in here. They eat it with their hands there, so I'm eating it with my hands here. It's like a little pod. One of the most interesting things I've eaten today. So this is like a little bit sweet, a little bit lemony, but the crunch of these pods are so good. And then the chickpeas and potatoes just adds a nice little texture to it. This is really interesting. It's really fun and it's really good.
So one of my favorite things about making these videos is that we get to try things from other cultures that we haven't even heard of before. I'm really excited about this. This is really cool, really funky. So I'm loading it with the potatoes and the chickpeas. And I gotta tell you, this little thing is almost like a taco shell is kind of what it reminds me of, or like a really thin chip. Let me pour a little bit of this juice in here. That's really crazy. That's delicious. So it is almost like a chip, except it's got more flavor than just a regular tortilla chip. The potato is great, the chickpea is great. This though, this is amazing. It's cold, it's got a little bit of a liminess. I really taste turmeric strong. And the combination of all those things with the extreme crunch, I mean, just listen to this. Just a craziness right there. That is such a good dish. This is so much fun. I love getting to have experiences like this. Come try this. It is a blast. Our last stop on the Chat tour is India Chaat Cafe in North Dallas.
We are starting with the papri chaat, which it has these thick house-made chips, lots of different chutneys in here, and then this base in here is like garbanzo beans, potatoes, all kinds of amazing things. Let's dive in. So many flavors happening right now in my mouth. It's spicy. It's like a slow kick in the back of my throat. There's also like a sour, like kind of a tang in there, and then there's a sweet cream from this yogurt. This is really interesting. Super crunchy, really delicious. Not like anything I've had before.
So when we decided to do an Indian street food video, the last thing I expected was to eat pizza today. But the guys that run this restaurant, that own it, they started out in Germany about 10 years ago. They moved from there, and while they were there, they had Italian restaurants with pizza. But they're Indian, and when they got to Dallas, they decided they wanted to open an Indian restaurant, but they took their knowledge of how to make pizza, and then they put a twist on it and used Indian ingredients. So I can't wait to taste this. It looks absolutely delicious. This is going to be fun. Wow. This is incredible pizza. So this is a chili paneer pizza. So it's got paneer, which is an Indian cheese, but it also has mozzarella on it. And then it's got tomato sauce, which you would normally get, but it also has a little chili sauce. And then there's ginger. And then there's just so many different types of seasonings and so many different textures with these vegetables. This is a crazy, crazy pizza. And it's really, really good.
I love dessert, so I'm really excited to try this. This is rice pudding, and it's in like a boat. This looks really good, and it smells good too. That almost reminds me of like a tapioca pudding, but the rice is a little bit thicker texture. This is sweet. It's kind of got a little cinnamon kick to it. This is delicious. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so much fun.
Yeah, if you have a chance to try Indian street food, absolutely take it. It's so much fun. It tasted great. It was such a great experience. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications.